Part 1. The Law as a Tool. The law can be viewed as a tool of behavior change, especially when considering criminal law. Law can also be seen as a tool of social engineering and a way of changing behavior to a desired state. Law may influence behavior directly by prohibiting or mandating certain behavior, or indirectly by affecting social institutions such as family or education that in turn influences behavior. Thus, law controls behavior by providing sanctions or punishment, but also, perhaps even more importantly, by teaching people which behaviors are acceptable and which behaviors are not. People who commit crimes are assumed to have freely chosen to submit themselves to legal sanctions. Their culpability or responsibility will be assessed, which will then determine their degree of punishment. In Chapter 5, we reviewed issues of culpability, especially with certain groups: the mentally challenged, juveniles, and white-collar criminals. We also discussed situations wherein laws themselves are morally suspect. Finally, the concept of restorative justice was introduced, which can be seen as an attempt by current legal systems to better meet the needs of justice. The law serves as a written embodiment of society's ethics and morals, and it is said to be declarative as well as active. It declares correct behavior and serves as a tool for enforcement. The law is both a prohibition and a promise. It cautions against certain types of behavior and warns of the consequences for ignoring the warning. Natural law refers to the belief that some laws are inherent in the natural world and can be discovered simply by reason. A corollary of this thought is that some behavior is intrinsically wrong, mal in se. In contrast to natural law is positive law. Positive law refers to those laws written and enforced by society. This type of law is of human construction, and unlike natural law, is fallible. The concept and history of law can be traced back to very early codes, i.e. the Code of Hammurabi, circa 2000 BCE, which mixed secular and religious prescriptions of behavior. These codes also standardized punishments and atonements for wrongdoing. Early codes of law did not differentiate between what we call now public wrongs and private wrongs. These two different areas of law can be distinguished today as criminal law, which is punitive, and civil law, which is reparative or restorative. The first punishes, whereas the second seeks to redress wrong or loss. Of the two, criminal law is more closely associated with enforcing the moral standards of society, yet is by no means comprehensive in its coverage of behavior. Basic paradigms or views aid our understanding of the function of law in society. Paradigms help us organize the vast array of knowledge that we absorb every day. We see the world and interpret facts in a way that is influenced by our paradigms. For example, if we have a view that government is corrupt, everything we read and hear will be scanned for facts that fit our paradigm, and inconsistent or contrary facts will be ignored and/or forgotten. End of Part 1.